Well, yes, it's true. Our fridge is a mess. You guys had no problem pointing that out in one of our recent videos. There it is in all its glory. It needs some help. So this week I figured I'm going to show you how to clean your fridge. I'm going to do a clean with me style video, and we are going to get this fridge looking the way it should. Here's what you'll need. Some all-purpose cleaner, some microfiber cloths, a recycling bin, and a garbage. All right, let's get to it. The first wave is kind of fun. You just sort of take everything out of your fridge. It's kind of like a trip down memory lane. Yeah, where did those pickles come from? Or, oh, that jar of salsa looks awful. Anyway, this was a great time. I kind of laughed at some things that were in the fridge. Couldn't believe I forgot about them, but all in all, it felt really good. I also find this a great time to look at some fruits and veggies that are about to, hit the expiration point. I leave those out and I'll just cook with them that day. In fact, that afternoon I made some kale. It's kind of funny when you do this because you might find doubles in the fridge. Case in point, I found 2 jars of Dijon mustard and 2 containers of horseradish mayo. Not mine. There you go, all my fridge contents, no secrets here. And of course, you can see the fridge does get pretty grotty. And the crisper drawers, really not pretty. But this is real life, guys. This is what happens. In the second wave, we actually get to the hardcore cleaning. We'll deal with the food after so we can put it back into a clean fridge. I'll grab my all-purpose cleaner and a microfiber cloth, and I'm just dousing the fridge here with the all-purpose cleaner. By the time I get to the shelves on the door, the stuff on the top shelf will have had a chance to loosen up. And for the crisper drawers, I'm actually removing them entirely, giving them a spritz, so that way I can clean the area underneath. When you're doing this, be gentle. Your fridge components are designed to come out. You just have to be careful. Make sure you don't crack or break anything. We also have a video on doing a cleaning of the fridge where you remove all of the shelves, but I decided not to do that this time. Now that the product has had a chance to sit, I'm going to wipe everything nice and clean, making sure I get in the drawer. It's also important to get the underside of the shelf, especially if it's glass. Sometimes bottles that are tall or containers can graze the underside of that shelf and leave a grimy little streak of residue. Make sure you get the sides and the back of the fridge as well. It's so funny, it's such a simple thing to do, but it makes you feel so much better about your kitchen, just knowing that your fridge is clean. It's also important to make sure that everything is dry. So once you've wiped it clean, you want to make sure it's dry because you don't want any mildew situations happening in the fridge. If you do encounter any difficult stains in the fridge, I didn't, but if you do, you can sprinkle a little bit of baking soda on top of the stain, spray some all-purpose cleaner, let that sit for a minute or 2, and then give it a good scrub. Now, one thing I did here, which I didn't show on camera, was I actually took the drawers to the sink and gave them a quick rinse because there were some little crumbs I couldn't get rid of. So you can do that if you like. Pop the drawers back in, get ready for reload. You see all that crap over there at the bottom corner? Yeah, that had to go. Looking pretty good, right? All right, wave 3. We sort through the food, pick out the science experiments, look at any of the stuff that we haven't used in a while, but we'll start off with the fruits and veggies. And I like to line the crisper drawers with a sheet of paper towel. It's easy to replace and it helps absorb moisture and keep the drawer clean. So I'm just sorting through everything, picking out the stuff that I'm gonna keep Yep, all that stuff goes back in. You don't want to overstuff your crisper drawer either. I try to separate out fruits and veggies, but if it doesn't happen, that's okay. Now I'm just sorting through, checking expiry dates, looking at anything that I haven't eaten in a while or things that I'm not going to eat, things that I want to get rid of. I'm putting those on the stove, and then everything that we're keeping I'm leaving on the counter, and I'll organize that accordingly. Definitely some leftovers that needed to go. Now I'm just wiping the bottom of the jars that I'm keeping, getting rid of any of that buildup that might have, happened over time, and then I'm lining them back up in the fridge nice and neatly. I actually like doing this job because then I know where everything is, and if I need to grab, say, the capers or the harissa, I know exactly where to look for it. It's not like buried somewhere random in the fridge. It's also a good time to consolidate anything. So if you have doubles, like I just did with my nuts, you can consolidate those, and that makes storage obviously more efficient in the fridge. You might notice I don't have baking soda in the fridge. I actually have a charcoal filter in there. Okay, now it's time to get rid of any of the food that you're going to be getting rid of. I'm squirting stuff in the garbage. Obviously the mayo, you can see my face. Oh, I hate mayo. It's so nasty. So that was a pretty unexciting part of the job. But don't just dump your jars in the recycling bin. You got to empty things out first. It's great not to put it down the sink. The cat came in. She clearly thought she could score, but I made sure that didn't happen. Now for anything that had oil or grease in it, I poured that into a zippered bag and I discarded the zippered bag. Obviously I didn't want to put that down the sink. And there you go. My fridge did look terrible and now it looks great. Didn't take too long. And it really reinvigorates the kitchen, just makes it feel so much better. You can really see the difference. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I've inspired you to clean your fridge as well. Make sure you check out our other Clean With Me videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.